Hey Libra, how's it going? I had already done a reading for you yesterday and I posted it and I just deleted it because I wasn't feeling it. Yesterday was a rough day for me. I am just not a half-assed type of person. Like, if I put a video out, if I don't like it, I'll delete the fucking thing. If I feel like it's not good enough, I'm gonna do it again. It's just how I am because, I take this really seriously, what I'm doing, these messages that I'm putting out. It's not just for money, it's not just, to gain fame or whatever. I don't even like to be on camera. I'm really struggling with that. Really struggling with that. So, the full moon was in Scorpio last night, got me all sorts of sideways, okay? So I'm really doing my best with these. I'm struggling with some stuff in my personal life that I don't need to get into. That's not anybody's issue but my own, but because of that, last week was sort of difficult for me, or I would have already had all these readings out. So they're going to be a little late this month, but even if they're a little late, god damn it, they're going to be right. They're going to be, I'm going to be happy with them. They're going to be in flow. And I have to feel like they are the right message. Because if I ain't giving you the right message, then what's the point of me giving you a message at all? Even if it's a little bit late, in my opinion, it might be right on time for you. Okay, so this is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If you just have a shitload of Libra in your chart. If you're cross-watching for a Libra or somebody that has a shitload of Libra in their chart. Or if you're just intuitively guided here, like, hey, what's up with this bitch? I want to see what she's doing today. So, you're probably gonna find a message here for you. Because I'm bringing them in. I am going to continue to include a link in my description box that is going to take you to a website that is relatively easy. You just have to put in your birth information and it will give you a full astrological chart. If you don't know what your chart is, people are like, what's my moon sign? What's my rising sign? What the fuck is a rising sign? So there's a link in there to kind of help you educate yourself with that if that's something that you're interested in. If not, just know, it's all good. Don't even have to look at it. But, if you really want to learn more about yourself, I would suggest checking it out. Even if you don't go with that website, if you do it some other way. Because it's really important to know yourself. And that's why some days, I have really rough days because I'm really on this inward journey. And there's some days where I'm like, I don't even want to look at myself. I don't want to hear my own voice. I'm just like, no more Jacqueline. I don't want any more Jacqueline today. So it's not like it's an easy thing, but, it's necessary. We're here for a reason, and we have to know the truths about ourselves if we want to progress on a soul level. Okay, you got 3 more shuffles. So, let's see what comes up for you. And I'm going to see if there's any messages that come through for you as I'm shuffling. Right off the bat, I feel like somebody is dealing with somebody that has some gambling issues. Maybe somebody making a couple extra trips to the casino. Some of the messages that I get come up with guidance, and some of them just come up. So I'm not, I'm just going to tell you whatever comes up. I'm getting a message about jewelry, some type of family jewelry. Something that was maybe passed down to you. Something about the stone sapphire. If you're an artist, if you do a lot of drawing, if you're any kind of an artist, the message is to sketch a lot this month. Get a sketchbook and just sketch. And that will work as a type of meditation for you. That's pretty cool, huh? Music is going to be a big deal for you guys this month. Alright, your overall energy, I'm using my Fairy Oracle deck. Your overall energy for the reading is card number 50, the Hidden One. This is a fairy that will throw that leg out and trip you on purpose because she wants you to pay attention. So there's something in your environment that you need to be seeing that you're maybe not seeing, okay? So your overall energy could just be really starting to get like a better, more clear perspective on your environment. I feel like this awakening, like I can feel you guys kind of looking around like, oh, really? Really, like, I didn't notice that before. Interesting. You know, like, really sort of realizing shit that you didn't see before. Okay, so, in your recent past, and this could be, like, I feel like you're still sort of in this a little bit. Some of you are still sort of in this a little bit, and you're moving out of this. And the energy for you this month feels like it's sort of sluggish. Not necessarily slow, but just sort of steady. We have card number 41, the Lady of Unicorns. This is a card about your beliefs. Card number 56, the Challenge. And card number 34, Tink. Okay? So, with these cards combined, with this energy combined in your recent past, this is showing me that I feel like something has happened. Something came in, or there's something going on. I feel like it was another person somehow sparked this, and it made you think about what you believe in. Your beliefs were challenged in some way. I believe that is the challenge, was your beliefs. It was like a person, I think, and it caused you to be on guard and to be really defensive. The challenge is the energy of wanting something, of wanting to be with someone, seeing something that you desire, and feeling like maybe it's not for you or you don't deserve it. Now, that could definitely put you in a place of defense, of like, being on guard if you're triggered the right way. Okay? As we move into the present energies, which I think will be coming in soon and sort of like moving in through like maybe the first half of the month, give or take, we have card number 33, the Fairy of Growth. At the core of your reading, we have card number 28, the Magician, and card number 45, the Lady of Joy. So, as you're being triggered by this this person or this event that's challenging your beliefs about yourself, you are experiencing great growth. It's really, I feel like it's sort of tearing down your walls. You're feeling more vulnerable. And with this as the heart of your reading, this is great because this is a female magician, and her power, her magical power, is unconditional love. That is what she wields as her power. And then we move into the Lady of Joy. So this growth that you're receiving, it's really, it's doing really great things for you. It's sort of putting you back in alignment with yourself and your unconditional love for yourself. And so we see this Fairy of Growth, she's like, poised, like she's ready to jump. And then she is literally jumping, like this is metamorphosis. This is a transformation. This is moving from one stage of your life and your sort of beliefs about yourself to another. And it's going to bring you great joy. It's a very beautiful thing. And it also looks like, you might be really protective over this newfound joy that you have. In the future position, we have the Hope, card number 62, 36, the Star Fairy, and card number 7, Queen of Hearth and Home. So here we see maybe you dipping back down a little bit into the darkness of your soul and looking at what you're sad about, what is maybe making you feel depressed. Because it looks like, it feels like whoever this is or whatever this thing that's coming in that's sort of challenging you, I think the challenge for you is to really allow yourself to be sort of aware of what's going on within you and what's going on outside of you both. Because, with the Scorpio moon being last night and just everything sort of going on, we're like closing books and we're opening new books. So this is definitely a time to go within and really be honest with ourselves about what we see there. And with the Fairy of Growth being above this card, when we get into these positions of growth in our life, we almost always are going to feel some sadness, because it's through that sadness that we grow. So we see you really looking at this and sort of feeling hopeless, and maybe you're just really like, oh my gosh, I just really want this thing, I really want this person, I really want this thing to come together. And this is you sort of being on the negative side and feeling like it's hopeless and feeling like it's never going to happen. But then we move into the Star Fairy, and the Star Fairy shows you with great growth. Like it's really kicking in here, and you're coming into alignment with your divine self. This is you being completely connected to your higher self and connected to divinity. And I feel like the word star is really important for some of you. That really is going to matter. And then, so it looks like, you know, this, it's like you're sad and you're like, oh my gosh, I feel so hopeless, and you might be crying and you might be feeling lonely, and you might be feeling like nobody's ever going to love you, and you just don't know how to get your shit together. But here's your little higher self right here that's like sort of being birthed out of this great sadness that's sort of coming up and turning into this Star Fairy. You know, it's like you are changing, you are growing into something, and into this more beautiful version of yourself. And then we end the month with the Queen of Hearth and Home, and that shows you really cementing into your own skin and feeling at home in your own skin, knowing that you are your own home. And I see the fear that you may have in this card fade away completely. I mean, you see how it's like this mask here and this mask here, it's like sort of the same, but here there's no color and it's just really drab and like, oh my gosh, but here it's lit, you know, it's beautiful. It's got this beautiful color. It's just on fire. It's like, and you're looking out from it in a different perspective, you know, you're like hiding. You're hiding your true self here. And by the end of the month, you're like, oh, I'm going to start peeking out and I'm going to show the world. You're like beginning to get ready to show the world who you truly are. It's like a coming out sort of thing. It's absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And with these cards in alignment for your future position, you know, it really shows that you are standing your ground with someone. Like there's some kind of situation and you're standing your ground. You could be a little bit defensive, but because of the inner work that you're doing with yourself, because of some decisions that you make, it brings a lot of joy. You're just like, you go from, it's like you're making a stand. You're like, no, I'm not going to take that anymore. And it brings you this really, really great joy. And it's literally like you're just sort of floating into this energy of feeling really comfortable in your own skin. So you're going to definitely end May feeling really cozy and feeling really in alignment with yourself and feeling really powerful. You're definitely going to be moving into a sort of a new place of power. And, you know, the overall theme for this month is that you're really going to be much more aware of what's going on inside of you and what's going on outside of you. And sort of just putting those things in order how you want them. Putting them in order how you want them, because you have the Magician. This is a great ability to manifest this this joy and this feeling of feeling at home in your own skin. So this is a beautiful reading, and I feel much better about this reading than the other one that I did. This feels a lot more in alignment, and this feels like it is like your message for the month, Libra. So I hope you have a beautiful month. If you like this video, You can support my channel by giving me a thumbs up and sharing it if you feel like it helped you, because it might help somebody else. I love you guys very much, and I'll talk to you soon.